Good morning, everyone. Happy 1st February. It is Wednesday, February 1, 2023. Out here today, but it's going to be another gorgeous day and a great on the slopes. Midweek skiing is awesome. You don't have a lot of crowd with, kind of have the whole mountain to yourself, and it's going to be good out there. We've got a lot to tell you about on the mountain and off. The weekend's on its way. Lots of things going on during the week, so let's get started. Vail Live starts now.
Good morning. Happy February 1st. My name is Meredith Kirkman, and I'm in the studio here at Grand Hyatt Vail. And my producer and I are chilly in here, and so we can't even imagine how it feels outside in those elements. It's been a cold past few days, and we're looking at a few more cold days ahead, but no new snow in the next couple days this week. We're going to see a dry spell where we have that sunshine back, which is always nice even in the middle of winter, but we appreciate those cold temperatures when we're not getting snow so we can preserve the conditions and continue skiing just the ski runs of our life. It's one of the best seasons we've seen here in a very snow. So if you're just visiting here for the first time, you're lucking out. Such a good year all in the whole state of Colorado and beyond. So let's actually dive into that weather, see what it looks like for today, couple days. And I want to thank Outlets at Silverthorne for sponsoring this weather segment. And like we said, cold start. At the top of Beaver Creek in Vail, it's about -2. On my car, it was -3 when I got in there. Today we're going to see a high of 27, low of -1, currently about 0 degrees where Trish is at. 0 inches daytime snow or overnight. And look forward, it's going to be a similar forecast for tomorrow. We may see lower temperatures for our high. We'll see a 33, and then it will continue to climb 39. Cloud coverage that rolls in on Friday will help keep some of that warmth, and then we'll be about a high of 34 Saturday. And you know what? That is going to be just a beautiful day. I think best days in our next couple forecast days. 34 degrees, sunny blue skies. If you like blue runs, blue skies, Bluebird Day, Saturday is for you. But this whole is very similar. We have low winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Those lows are sticking to about single digits, and then they'll rip on the weekend. And then come Monday, we'll see that snow again. And every storm has been proven. We'll see for our snow forecast in the next 1 days, we'll get those numbers. Yep, 0 inches in the next 5 days, ahead to 6 to 10. We'll see another 9 inches at Beaver Creek, another 8 at Vail. So that is a look at your weather. Also, February 1st, tomorrow is ground day. So we actually have a little information from the Weather Channel predicting, will he see his shadow? Let's take a look. Coming up. It's loading. But our good friends over at the Weather Channel, they, kind of put some numbers together, some thoughts, And it's always the big question around this year. Will he see a shadow? So, are we ready? No, okay. You're going to just have to stay tuned. We'll find that out tomorrow on the show, but also both Trish and I will show, and let's bring her in and chat, really see how the elements feel out there.
All right, Meredith. Yeah, I wonder what Punxsutawney Phil is going to say tomorrow. It's scientific, but hey, you know what? I consider it winter pretty much until the lifts close. Or like whenever that is. I don't even think Vail has announced their closing date, but to me, it's just winter all the way until the list close, and then we get post winter, which is still winter, and we get about a week of spring, and then we get summer. So it pretty much snows. I call it down jacket season, and then I call it jean jacket season. There's really not much in between up here in the mountains.
Definitely. We care way more about the winter. So we're always wanting the longer winter because here in spring, I think a lot of people would agree with me. Spring is kind of our least favorite season out of the four. We have four beautiful seasons, but spring, we call it mud season, and it takes a while for that snow to melt, and we're always delayed other than the East Coast and, down in Florida, they'll start to see their flowers bloom and they just go crazy for the spring because it just teases summer. So yeah, I feel like our spring is always mediocre. It's a good time to maybe get away, do some traveling, maybe warm up somewhere. And then, of course, our summers are always incredible. People always say they come for the winter and they stay for the summer.
Hey, and you know what? Speaking of summer, Meredith, the GoPro Mountain Games aren't that far off. And you know what? They're right in that first weekend in June. And they already are opening up registration for the different competitions, which do fill up. I feel like fly fishing is the one that always fills up the fastest. But we've got trail running. We've got mountain bike races. We have the road bike time trial up Vail Pass Cul-de-sac. We've got climbing. We have slackline. All these fun things. So registration open today, and I know that they've got some of the bands selected already. In fact, Julian Marley is going to be having the Wailers back him. Julian Marley, of course, Bob Marley's son, and that'll be at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. Mishka is going to open up for them. Tickets are on sale already. So, isn't that incredible that we're already thinking, hot summer nights, the concerts at the Ford Amphitheater? It's not that far off.
Definitely not. Yeah, we have a lot of events that happen annually. And so it's always great to hear that they're coming back and we get the dates. So, yep, the Mountain Games this summer, June 8th through 10th. So it really kicks off our summer season with such a bang. And it's just a dynamic event, as you said, with music, art, sports, just really celebrating everything that the Valley has to offer. And this is put on by the Vail Valley Foundation, and they do a lot of different events and management. People might not even understand, but the Villar Performing Arts Center is managed by the VVF, and same with the amphitheater. They also put on a bunch of different ski races, and they're doing so much. So a big hand to them for putting on so much fun and support here in the community.
Yeah, and you know what? Okay, so you're asking me kind of what it feels like. Yeah, see my breath.
Oh, I see your breath.
My breath. But it's crystal clear blue skies today. We're gonna have another beautiful day. The sun will warm things up a little bit, but it will be chilly. I spoke to the Colorado kid. I was trying to get him to come on the show with me today, but he said, "Trisha, I'm taking the day off. I'm resting." He's been here for about 4 weeks, and he goes bell to bell. He was out there for first chair yesterday, and he told me that the temperature at chair number 4, Mountaintop Express, was 9 below. So, and when you're out here skiing, especially when it's cold, it kind of takes a lot out of you. So you may want to just take a few more breaks. It's okay. You don't have to stay out all the way first chair to last chair. You can go in early. You can start later. You can wait for that to come up and kind of We're in the valley floor, so it's all shaped. Once that goes over the ridge top, we will see that. But there's different ways to kind of maneuver a day like today. I say gondola laps. I say mittens with hand warmers in them. I say the hood with your helmet with your hood over it on the chairlift rides, because that warms you up a little bit. Balaclavas are a must today. And then, wow, if you have boat heaters, yep, turn those on, crank them up to the highest level, or unbuckle your ski boots on the lifts and then wiggle your toes and kind of get that circulation going, and then buckle them back down on the way back down the hill. And maybe some bump runs. That'll get your energy going and warm you up a little bit more too.
Oh, that's my favorite way. Honestly, just keeping the blood flowing, the heart racing, the quads burning. I honestly love the feeling. Sometimes it takes a couple runs to feel your legs, but it's a good kind of pain. You are getting stronger every time you get up on that mountain. And these next couple days this week, they're going to be great time for the groomers. A lot of the times when we've been seeing so much snow, the groomers aren't really groomers because they'll be groomed at night and then snow overnight and in the morning, and it's not really groomed. So you'll see the crawl at the bottom of the screen. Beaver Creek right now will also have the Vail groomers, and it's just going to be that kind of week just to really carve and enjoy the groomers. I actually had a chance to go ski at Aspen this past weekend, and conditions were pretty good over there as well. I went with my boyfriend to the X Games, and we thought to stay warm, stay active, and also ski throughout in between spectating. So we skied Buttermilk for the first time, which is where the games took place. 4 different mountains at Aspen, which is just 2 hours away from us. They're on a different pass, so it's not going to work if you have just the Epic Pass here skiing. But conditions over there were pretty good too, I must say.
Oh yeah, and that X Games is so fun to always check out all the action going on over there, and the DJs. It's quite the party.
Oh
And
yeah, this
and
was the Big Air, which was just
wow,
always so impressive. Actually, no, that was the knuckle huck. So they have to touch the top of the jump, and they're always doing like these insane tricks. And then the Big Air competition is where they are doing so flips in the air. And so we watched the men's skiing finals, and for the first time in X Games history, saw 2160. Do the math. That was spinning
no
6 times.
no
Absolutely
way.
insane. Yeah, and
You leave the ground, you spin 6 times, and then you go back to the ground. Like, I mean, is this helicopter pilot? I mean,
it
did they
looked like it.
flight school?
It looked like he stomped it out, and then the next guy also did it, but he did it in switch. So they were making some history in X Games, and it was very exciting. Oh, yeah, there's me and my boyfriend. And you know what? I ran into our local Heidi Bentz, which was so fun. We've had her on the too, so she was there with her boyfriend. It was just such a people were in great spirits. And let me say, the fashion at X Games very inspiring. Like everyone owned their look and had all these different crazy hats and glasses and jackets. I loved seeing it.
Oh yeah, oh
And
yeah.
then this
It's
was
all
a
on.
free concert too, which was super awesome. Her name was Mads, the DJ, and it was perfect time of the day, just right in the middle. We stayed warm by dancing too. So this happens every year over in Aspen, and it definitely is something to check out. It made me miss US Burton Open that we used to host here every February, but that happens no more here.
I know, I know. I miss the Burton Open so much. That was over at Golden Peak, and we'd see all the big names through, and really see records being broken there too, especially the ages. They'd be so much, they'd get younger and younger every year. Sometimes like a 14-year-old would be winning, and they'd be competing against like a 30-year-old. So it was always so interesting to see the progression, what's next, what's on the cutting edge of that. And that's what I love about the X Games, Burton US Open, the Dew Tour, all that is always so exciting. So if you get a chance, yeah, like you said, go over to Aspen for the X Games. When the Dew Tour comes to Copper Mountain, That's a fun thing to check out. So, and they're not that far away from here, and you can still get back and go to dinner and ski the next day and all that. So it's kind of like a vacation within your vacation. Or locals, you know how it is. It's fun to go to a different ski town and just see
Oh,
what it's
yeah.
like. We're so lucky in Colorado to have so many.
Such a beautiful state and mountains galore here. So this is your encouragement to get out of the valley and maybe see what's going on. But hey, we have a lot happening here in the valley, especially this weekend. So stay tuned. We're going to tell you all about what's coming up to get excited for, maybe even enter. Time is of the essence. We're going to take a quick break back.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
All right, it's that time to see what made headlines for today, your Vail Daily for the first day of February. Just a gorgeous picture on the cover, freshies galore. You can see Erica making some fresh turns Tuesday in Vail. The snow continues to pile up at local resorts. That's what we're saying. The snow is just the star of each and every day, each and every week here in the valley. But other news, Colorado deal starts here. New Colorado River agreement between Colorado and 5 other states to avoid federal intervention will have headwaters impact in Eagle County. So this is, you can see a high buoy sits high and dry on a cracked earth previously underwaters of Lake Mead, which is just so crazy to see that dry up. And 6 out of the 7 signatory states to the 1922 Colorado River Impact this week announced a new model that could keep water in the lake and in the Colorado River. California is the only holdout on the new document. The 7 Colorado River compact states are Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona, and California. So this is important. Read about this on page A3. and the Mountain Rec Youth Scholarships to reach more families. This is a great nonprofit here that supports a lot of the communities, and they are looking to increase almost scholarship impacts in 2023. The Mountain Recreation Youth program here in Eagle County. So maybe you got some kiddos. Read more about this in what is it? I can't read it, but it's section A. I can't read either. All right, moving on. Small champions can A5. Alrighty. Small champions connect with ski pros in Vail. Local kids get to meet with the top instructors for a day of fun. The small champion participants got to hang out with the members of the AASI team, made up of the top snowboarder instructors across the country on Sunday in Golden Week. Super cool. So you can read a little bit more about this adventure on page 812. And hey, the Saints at the Vail Christian High School basketball are doing incredible. They win 7 straight, and they just fell to the Crested Butte boys in hockey. Basketball, they're continuing to win. So if you like to read and keep up on the local sport teams, read a little bit more. That took cover on the Sports and Outdoors cover. And Vail Live. So this is your chance that you can enter your own photos in the paper just by using hashtag Vail Live. And you can do this on Instagram. And look, we have a congratulations to Tess Johnson completing an amazing World Cup season. As a Vail Valley local and our resident athlete, Tess is an inspiration for skiers of all ages. When asked about her favorite run on Beaver Creek, Tess reports, Coyote Glade. I've been seeing that run since I was 4 years old, maybe even earlier, and it's my passion for skiing came from. We love to hear Tess Johnson. We had to catch up with her a little bit earlier. You can see some mountain photos, and we always love the dog photos. You can also email a photo and caption to towntalk@vaildaily.com if you're wanting to celebrate a birthday, anniversary, maybe bring awareness of an event you're throwing. So that is such a good way for the community to get involved in the paper, but just such a good resource for everything that's happening. Also, another reminder, we have the Valentine's Day Love Notes competition happening. So you can write your little love note about your love story that has some kind of connection to Vail here in the community. And that is due by Monday, February 13th by 4 p.m. And there's some pretty cool prizes. There's a train trip out in Leadville and some spa at the Spa Anjali in Four Seasons. So pretty good prizes. We just want to hear your love story. So submit that. And hey, you can also read about the calendar events of what's happening, maybe your horoscope, the movies. Great resource here in the Valley. But also a good resource, Colorado Trip Advisory. We have been looking at this every day because roads have been causing havoc almost every single day, especially this past week. And so let's take a look at what the roads will look like for today. In here to the studio was pretty easy, luckily. The roads were clear, traffic at the speed limit. So you're going to have pretty easy driving for the next couple days throughout this week. And hopefully now the snow trucks can take a break from clearing out the priority snow and maybe just work on some of those snow pile buildups all around roads. But man, we had a lot of closures on Vail Pass and the Glenwood Canyon on this past Monday. We saw another closure, and it was the third crash in the canyon involving a semi in 4 days that resulted from a highway closure. And so we had a crazy semi crash that you went over the median and down into the other lane. So both eastbound and westbound were closed. And this was almost 15 minutes after I drove through the canyon. So I felt so lucky that I wasn't stuck in Glenwood for a whole nother day. But that was some information for you. We're going to send things back outside. And I think Trisha's found one of our favorite fans here. And we're going to send things outside and hear a little bit more from them.
Okay, well, you know what? I do have Lisa, LA Labgras. She's with us. But you know what? We're going to wait for the Gorsuch Skate Cafe to open up, and then we're going to do our interview in there. But Meredith, I just wanted to remind everyone, when I was walking from the transportation center up here, right by the covered bridge, I saw the 10th Mountain Division statue. Reminded me that we have, on the first and third Wednesdays a month, we have the Art in Public Places Art Walk going on today. So if you're taking a break from skiing, and if you want to maybe do something different, walk around, generating some heat. And Molly Atberg from the town of Vail will be leading these tours today. And then the third Wednesday of the month goes all the way through April 5th. So if you don't get it today, try 2 weeks from now on Wednesday. But it's a free tour, and it's just something that's kind of fun.
Yeah, that is so fun. It's great to learn either about the art here or even the history tours too. And that's with the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. And then you're the cool one that walks around town and knows the facts about feasts, about the little building here that maybe used to be a hall, now is a bar. So the facts are endless, and that we're celebrating a ton of here this year, celebrating 60 years. Just a great big anniversary date, and there's a lot of fun things happening surrounding.
Oh yeah, there definitely is. Like everything from the ice bar that's up the top of the Eagle's Nest gondola, the Gray Malin, photography that you'll see kind of scattered all throughout the mountain, whether it's the postcard up at the Legacy Hut that's stamped and ready to send. If you have an address to send to somebody, his photography is on that. If you're riding the Eagle Bond gondola, Gray Malin's photography, it's kind of harkening back our vintage photos from Vail in the 60s and everything. And he just recreated that look. So that's happening. We've got legacy parades going on this month, and that celebrates our 10th Mountain Division ties to the history. So there's a lot of different things we're doing. And the National Brotherhood is doing their 50th anniversary summit this up to basically the 4th through the 11th. They're going to be bringing in ski clubs from all over. And it's so cool that they've been going strong for 50 years. So just 10 years after Vail started, they started, and they're doing their golden anniversary here.
Yeah, there's going to be a different couple meet and greets, maybe even with an artist. And then there's some free concerts happening. There's a lot of different things happening for this week. That's coming up starting this weekend. So that's going to be really exciting. And honestly, I can't believe they're celebrating 50 years.
Yeah. No, it's super cool that they're back here. They've come to Vail in the other decades that they've been around. And they're going to have their opening ceremony and a parade over at Solaris. That'll be on Sunday. And then on Monday, like you mentioned, it'll be a meeting with Lamont Joseph White. And I had a chance to chat with him last week. And he did a special artwork commission by Vail and Art in Public Places. And that's on display along with kind of retro fashion through the years over there also. And then on Tuesday, a concert at Golden Peak. All right, so we got DJ Logic starting us out. Then Master Mike from the Beastie Boys, he's going to be spinning the tunes. And then we have Neo that'll take the stage, and this start about 6 and go to about 9. So gates will open at 5. It is a ticketed event, just $15. So it should be a ton of fun. And, just wear your ski clothes. You can go straight from opera right into the concert. And then they have all sorts of different things going on, hosted by various ski clubs. Maybe the Texas Ski Club is hosting something, or the New York Ski Club. So people are coming from all over for their big summit celebrating their 50th anniversary.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic. We love the music activations, free concerts or paid concerts here. And if not a concert, it's an opera in restaurants. We have across the restaurants here in the valley. I think it's some of the opera in the mountain ski towns that I've seen so far. We have a opera, and one artist that sings a lot is Phil Long, and he's at the Vail Chop House. And I hear that we had a chance to catch up with him. So let's learn a little bit more, because you can catch him most weeks at Vail Chop House.
Welcome to Locals and Legends. We're at Yeti's Grind in Vail Village, talking to the one, the only entertainer here in the Vail Valley, Phil Long. Thank you so much for being a part of this today.
Well, I'm so honored to be here with you, Tricia.
Well, good to have you here. Once again, we're at the Vail Village location of Yeti's Grind. What's your choice? What do you like to get when you come here?
I'm a black coffee guy, and they have the best coffee in town, and I also love their panini. I like that turkey and avocado panini, and they have a great little croissant in the morning too, which I like, and I visit them often in Eagle.
Okay, all right, yeah, so he knows the drill. He knows why we're here. But we want to talk a little bit about your career. You've been playing in the Vail Valley opera ski music for how many decades now?
About 37 years.
Oh,
so that's, yeah, a long time. I'm an old man.
And you're from the Denver area.
I'm from Broomfield.
You about, you know, the mountains and skiing and everything, but what made you decide this line of music?
I think the decision was made for me. I never really decided. I just told my parents when I graduated from college that I just wanted to try music, and my dad said, okay, well, make sure you had health insurance. And so, I mean, literally, and I'm not literally, I felt like after 20 years, I was still doing it, and they're still doing it.
Well, and such a part of the day here. It's such a part of people's trips and the atmosphere. I mean, the skiing, wonderful mountains, but when you can come and hang with your friends, talk about your day, sing along to some tunes, and I think that's where you really set yourself apart, is you're so with the crowd. And why do you feel that that's important?
Well, I think probably, to be honest with you, I was not a very strong when I started. I felt like I was behind the game. You know, there was so many good players when I started here in the late 80s or mid 80s. And, you know, I just wanted to be a really great salesman. I wanted to get to know people, and I wanted them to like me. And so I thought that was an important piece of the puzzle. And after you see people for 5 or 3 or 37 years in a row, they just become your friends, and you're playing like in your living room.
Well, and you know what? And you do a great job of getting the crowd involved and getting them involved with meeting each other. And I will admit, even though I met in 2009, we did re-meet at one of your shows. Call Phil Long, the Match.com. Before there was Match.com, I know so many people that know, and they come back and tell you, they show you the pictures of their kids and everything.
In the old days at the Red Lion, I probably introduced 50 couples who got married. Probably.
Yeah. No, I believe it.
So, yeah, I'm very proud of that.
I know, and now you're Chop House,
That's
and that's
right.
in Lion's Head, and it's still going strong. House, all the nights you play, pretty much Wednesday through Saturday is your regular route.
That's right.
Do you have a favorite set of songs you like to play, or do you have a favorite artist that you like to play for the group?
The most fun thing is to play things that people ask for, that they want to hear. And that becomes my favorite for that moment. And occasionally I do something that's I haven't done in a while. People will say, can you play whatever, you know, Dave Mason? And I'm like, oh yeah, haven't played this song in a long time. And so that becomes kind of a fun to my night for them to pick out something, and I go, oh, I know that song, you know, and yeah.
Well, have you met any famous people while you've had this?
Besides you? Oh my God, I don't know. You're pretty top of the line. I've met so many. I mean, everybody from Lennox Lewis to, I don't know, Joe Walsh to Lennox, who else? OJ.
Yeah.
Bagel Girls, Edwin McCain, you know, so many great men all the time, you know, and still to this day, you know, Super, you know, shuffles in with his Sophie from, from the hockey, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all those guys are just a bunch of nice.
Oh, and the Clemson coach, Dabo Sweeney, he'll pop in there.
Yeah.
So.
Those Manning boys will do from time to time. I mean, it's really fun. Just, and I'm pretty starved, so I kind of stay away from them. I don't really bug them.
I'm going to keep Piano as the buffer.
I'm just kind of weird, I get a little bit quiet, and I'm just, that's that person, so I love, I'm a watcher. I love it.
Okay, perfect. Do you have any advice for your younger self? Like, knowing what you know now, what kind of advice would you give yourself?
Well, in career, I'd say dances early because you don't have anything to lose, because, I certainly spent a lot of my 40s and 50s taking big jumps. It's a little scarier. And just for career-wise, I worked really hard at my craft, and so I tried as hard as I could to get better all the time. And so from that part, I'm myself, and I'm proud that I didn't just jump around all the time. Had I not stayed at the Red Lion for so long, I would never become an owner.
Yeah.
And, I would have never met some of, the great people that have helped me along the way.
Well, we're glad that you are playing the keyboard, the guitar, making matches, a matchmaker out there. I know you got a gig, so we got to let you go. But, of course, if we want to see you, you're over at the Vail Chop House. And what nights?
I do Wednesday through Saturday pretty much all the time. And sometimes a little bit more than that, and 3 to 6, Wednesday through Saturday.
Yeah, come on down and see him.
Come on over.
Get reservations, because it's a busy place. Thanks so much. Good to see you.
Thank you, my pleasure. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. It's got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Saving booklet offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast tech, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our...
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
To Nap Harvest. In January 2023, we are showcasing healthy habits, and you can start right here feeding your family healthy organic vegetables and fruits that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms, grown at 9,000 feet. Mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the microgreens, also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
Welcome back. Maybe you're tuned into Facebook, YouTube, or Outside TV Channel 17. Multiple ways to tune in live during the show, 7:30 to 8:30 every morning, or on demand anytime. You can scroll through, get the information so you can plan ahead. But we love when people watch us live and chat in. You can always do that on both YouTube and Facebook. And we have a fan favorite who goes by the handle LA, and her name is Lisa. She is with Trisha, and we can't wait to hear from her to see her experience because she's just been vacationing in Vail. So let's hear from them.
All right, we're warming up in the Gorsuch Ski Cafe. I've got my chai tea. She's just drinking water, and she's got her ski boots on. She dropped her skis off of the gondola. She is ready to go. So that's what we're going to be hearing about today. It's kind of Lisa's plans today. You're gonna hit Gandhi 1.
I am gonna hit Gandhi 1.
Then where you go?
I don't know. My friends will be coming from west,
Yep.
so I'll meet them somewhere.
Okay, maybe cheer to maybe go back to Game Creek and then check out 17.
I haven't been 17 yet, so
Okay.
that would be a good day.
The new Setup Express. And you know what? Meredith and I were talking earlier, like, this is the day to get the corduroy. We've had so much powder that anything that's even groomed, you can kind of feel it, but there's inches on top of it. So this is going to be a fun, blue runs kind of day, just carving it up.
That's my kind of day. I'm a girl.
Okay, Lisa, how long have you been in Vail on this trip?
A week ago Saturday. We always come for 2 weeks every year.
Okay, good. So you've gotten quite a bit of powder. Now we're getting a couple days of sunshine mixed in there.
Right.
And you're from the East Coast.
I am from the East Coast.
Okay.
Learn to ski in the pouring rain.
Hey, but you know what? Learning to ski on ice and all those variable conditions make this all the sweeter, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about some of recent adventures, and what we love about Lisa is she's always chiming in on our chat. So if you watch us on YouTube or Facebook, you can to the chat feature, and we love to hear where you're from or what your travels entail. So you've got some cool travel stories.
I do.
Let's start with the letter A. Antarctica and Alaska.
Right. And I did chime in when I was in. I was able to catch the show one day and say hi, Antarctica, which was really fun. My next trip coming up after this one is Alaska, because I hope to see the Aurora Borealis for it's either 4th or 5th time, because Fairbanks is the best for seeing the Aurora.
You know what? I grew up in North Dakota, and it's pretty amazing what you can see up at what Alaska's like. Now, are these pictures from Antarctica?
Yes, that's a Weddell seal.
Oh my God.
My passport. Is that not the best thing ever?
Yes, totally. That is awesome. And then what's that one?
It's another seal. I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
And there's a bunch. That's me and a bunch of behind me.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So how cold is it down there? And what time of year was this?
Well, I went in November, which is the beginning of their spring. Yeah. So, although, I mean, they give you this parka when you go on the ship, lovely Silver Sea. Thank you very much. Give them a shout out. So we had a couple of days of snow on the ship, whatever. Oh, and this is Alaska. This is the Aurora Borealis.
Oh my God.
That one's from a year ago, October. And if you look closely in those, you can see the big. It's pretty cool.
Wow. Okay. And what time of day is this? Because they have quite a bit of darkness.
Oh yeah, middle of the night. You don't even go out to see the Aurora until about 11 o'clock at night.
Oh my gosh.
And you stay out till 3 o'clock in the morning and freeze.
Sounds like a great trip.
Which is why having ski clothes, it's the perfect trip. You already have all that.
Well, you know what? Going out there today, you're like, whatever. I've been out here 3 hours of the night in colder weather. So yeah, it's no big deal that it's going to do that. Okay, awesome.
Right.
When you
one more A though.
Yeah.
The Arctic. I'm taking my husband to the Arctic this summer.
Really?
Yep. We'll go out of Norway. We'll slow and go out of Norway, and so we'll do the Arctic this summer.
All the A. No, technically you've been to all 7 continents.
I have technically, because I live in the DC metro area, and I have been to the Australian, another A, embassy. I haven't actually been to the hemisphere Australian continent, but I have been to at least 6, set foot on all of them.
Okay, well I'm sure, get that on the list, that A. You got all the A's covered, you might as well just add Australia to that.
Exactly.
You can go skiing down there. Yeah. This summer.
They're my octopus.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, we've got her next land after the Arctic. All right, well Lisa, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for the show and all chatting. Oh, we should probably say hi to some people, right?
Right. Well, I should at least say hi to my husband because I'm not happy that I didn't last time. So shout out to him. Shout out to my stepdaughter, Samantha. Love you, Ann and Ronnie are probably also watching back at the condo, and then they'll be out shortly. So love you all, everybody. It's February. This is the month of love. Let me make my pitch for people to do all your legal documents, because if you love people, you do your legal documents. So take care of that this month.
Take care of that this month. Okay. All right. And we want to say hi to our chatters, our regular chatters, Jerry, Rodney, of course, and LA, Logros, you can see it out there. And of course, John, the Colorado kid. He doesn't chat in, but I know he watches. So, all right, that's a wrap for us. We're gonna take my chai tea outside and see what's going on.
I'm glad you guys are nice and warm at the Gorsuch Ski Cafe because those temperatures are starting out pretty cold this morning. We saw some negative degree weather and it's about 0 when we started the show. So let's take a look at the weather to see what it looks like for today as it warms up and then throughout the week and into the weekend. So we're still at 0 degrees and -2 at the top of Vail. The high today is going to be 27. No new snow in the next couple days. We won't really see that until next Monday. But we will see some snow starting next week. So we're just going to enjoy the sunshine while we have it. We have a high of 33 tomorrow, so it'll start to warm up a bit, and then 39 for Friday and 34 for Saturday. We're going to see beautiful blue skies, a little bit of cloud coverage on Friday. Those lows will reach up to double digits, 12, 13 by the weekend, and then Monday we are going to see that snow. We have low winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour each day. And then when Monday comes around, we'll see about 9 new inches and 8 new inches at Vail. And it's just incredible. I saw that we've measured 20 out of the 30 days this month of snow and over 80 inches in January already at Vail. So just the conditions here in the valley have been incredible, and we just love to see those low temperatures. Even though it's cold, the conditions are preserved, and you just, you dress properly and you bring the heart rate up, you ski, you warm up on the gondola. There's ways about it, but it's just going to be gorgeous out. Really get a chance to enjoy those groomers. And it's February. I can't even believe it. But tomorrow, we're going to learn if the groundhog saw his shadow. Like we said, we really like the winters, but the Weather Channel teased us with some information about Groundhog Day. So let's learn a little bit more.
Business owners, T-Mobile for Business plans now include premium travel benefits valued at nearly $400, including exclusive features like full flight Wi-Fi up here and lightning fast speeds out here.
Thursday, February 2nd, and regardless of what Puxatawny Phil sees, winter will very much be in progress in Puxatawny, Pennsylvania. Take a look at those temperatures. And not only are you dealing with the 20s in the morning, but the wind chills will be in the teens. So it will indeed be a very cold morning for Phil, but it will dry with mostly cloudy skies in the forecast.
Moet Vending for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate 25 years of making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get tickets today at villarpack.org.
We have some great chatters this morning. Good morning, Jerry. She said, let's go. Hi, LA. Can't wait to see Phil tomorrow. So we got some friendly community happening. Rodney Travis says, I see you, LA. Look at those Aurora photos. Good morning, Rodney. And then Megan Wright, who's a dear host here on the show, she said, awesome interview with the infamous Mr. Phil Long. He is the best. He certainly is the best. If you go to the Vail Chop House, you know Phil Long. He's part of the identity over there. So check his shows out Wednesday through Friday. And there's a lot of different opera music happening each and every day. And speaking of music, even on a larger scale, we're going to bring things up to the Villar Performing Arts Center, which is just a gorgeous theater up in Beaver Creek. And there are some great shows on the calendar throughout the winter. And the next show's coming up, Bella Fleck and Abigail Washburn with the Colorado Symphony, 7 p.m. this Friday the 2nd, so tomorrow. And, you know, anything with the Colorado Symphony is going to blow your mind. And so this is going to be some really fun music with bringing in the banjo. This is limited availability, so make sure to go grab your tickets because we only have a couple left. And this is actually at 6:30, my mistake. And tickets are starting at $65, $25 for students. And Bella Fleck is a 16 Grammy Award winner. Just outstanding. So this show is going to be pretty cool. You can see that there's different price levels, but the theater is so intimate. I really say there's not a bad seat in the house. And then coming up as well, we have the Voodoo Daddy, the big Voodoo Daddy. And this is this Friday, 7 p.m. This is going to be fantastic. Shall I say a boy band? Well, we have a lot of people in this band, and this is going to be really outstanding. They've performed at concerts from the Holiday Bowl to the Lincoln Center. So really, they have tremendous experience, and they're going to celebrate and revive jazz and swing music. And I hear there's going to be even some swing dancing. So you can visit the Villar Performing Arts Center website to look at the calendar of coming up and maybe plan ahead, get the tickets. There's going to be the circus coming. There's going to be some cool dance performances. So maybe you're coming for spring break. Reserve your ticket, even if you don't know them. It's a great chance to learn about an artist, and it's just, quite intimate. So you'll get a really great performance. So lots happening up at Beaver Creek. But also, speaking of Beaver Creek, we have the Winter Culinary Weekend happening. And oh my gosh, it is packed full, whether it's snowshoe excursions, cooking demos, bloodies, and brunch. There's a lot going on. So let's bring in Trisha to chat about what we can expect because things kick off tomorrow.
Well, thanks, Meredith. And you know what? I just wanted to kind of recap on the Villar Performing Arts Center shows you're talking about. So Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, they were popular. I mean, they still are. And like you said, they played everywhere and they've been around for a good long time. But swing dancing was a huge thing. And I don't know if you remember the old Gartons, but I used to take swing dancing lessons at Gartons, I think it was Tuesday nights. And then I also I took a class at the Colorado Mountain College with a bunch of my coworkers, and we were all trying to learn to swing dance because during that era, like Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, Cherry Poppin' Daddies, all those bands were so fun. And you're a dancer, Meredith. You know how fun swing dancing, partner dancing can be. So they're going to open the orchestra pit for that performance so that people can get down there and dance. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some dancing in the aisles as well.
Oh, yeah. People will be grooving to the music. It's hard not to when you're listening to that jazz music. You just want to swing dance. So that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, but then going back to, so many things going on at Beaver Creek. You're going to have to pick and choose, or you could maybe do some of the events during the day for the Beaver Creek Winter Culinary Weekend and then go to the Villar at night. We do have a lot going on. A lot of celebrity chefs are rolling into town right now. Thursday night, there's going to be a VIP kind of farm-to-table dinner. This will be at the Beaver Creek Club. Tickets are available for that, and these are all ticketed events. and you can meet the chefs, you can take your pictures with them, you can eat, ski, eat again, ski, like they have cross country excursions, all sorts of things going on. They have some Laws whiskey serving up some hot toddies during demos at Hooked and Citrea. The Splendido's involved, Mirabelle's involved, Saddle Ridge is involved. So Zach's Cabin, lots of fun things to do. So it's, many cities have culinary events, but when you compare it with our great views and our activities on the slopes, it's really like a foodie event like no other.
Oh yeah, and if you love the wine, they're also bringing in a lot of different winemakers from Napa, Sonoma Valley, the Central Coast. They have their list of winemakers on the website that you can check out, and they're doing a really cool evening. Let's Go International Dinner, and this is going to be an evening in Italy. And so they're going to bring in a winemaker from Italy, and they'll definitely be pairing a gorgeous dinner. Italian dinner. Oh my God, that is right up my alley. I would love to do that. So really cool wine paired dinners as well. And then I think that the Bloodies and brunch is going to be really cool on Sunday too, where you're pairing not wine, but Bloodies. I mean, who doesn't love a Bloody Mary at brunch?
Oh yeah, you know what? They're gonna have two different brunch offerings for you on Sundays. So one will be at Alpine and Antlers. We love Sammy Shipman over there, and then the other one at Hooked, Riley Romanin. So our local chefs are teaming up with the celebrity chefs. So that'd be a fun way to kind of just wind down the event and get your Sunday fun day started. So that should be pretty cool. And then speaking of wine, there's another cool wine event that's happening at Saddle Ridge. And Saddle Ridge is kind of off the beaten path. It's on the eastern hillside. You really don't ever ski by it. You can kind of ski in and ski out. They sometimes do some lunches out of there, but they are doing a wine tasting in their library. And their library is famous. It has like Annie Oakley's gun and different Western artifacts. It's almost like a mini museum in itself. And they're going to be tasting Nebbiolos. So about 6 different Nebbiolos. And that's going to be from 4 until 5:30 on Friday. $50 a ticket for that one. So pretty cool. So lots of different offerings for everybody. So check out the website. You can get your tickets. They just send you off to an Eventbrite site. Oh, and there's one more thing for the kids. They're going to have Blue Moose Pizza. This will be on Saturday morning, and they can learn how to make their own pizza. So even the kiddos can get involved in this. I'd like to go. I know that you've been to Blue Moose Pizza. You've been spinning the dough around, but I think that's going to be a fun, interactive activity.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this weekend is really cool because you don't have to feel overwhelmed that you have to do everything. Maybe you pick one dinner to get a ticket for and just to complement your weekend of skiing and maybe entertainment. But the food is just going to be outstanding. And, people always remember their culinary experiences. So this is one memory to make this weekend. But yes, I love Blue Moose. And I was actually just checking them out on their Instagram. And they made 700 pizzas for Beaver Creek Resort Company yesterday. And I was trying to get information on why. Maybe they do it. They're always involved in the community, giving pizzas. I was watching their Instagram story, and they were making 750 pizzas for Beaver Creek yesterday. I mean, It was so cool to watch their journey. Their whole team was making the pizzas, put them in the ovens, stacking the boxes up, and delivering them for Beaver Creek. So shout out Blue Moose Pizza. We appreciate all you do for the community.
Oh my gosh. I bet you Brian Nolan was probably in there making pizzas too.
Oh yeah, and his son Will Nolan too.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, we know Will was in there.
Oh, yeah.
We know Will was there. You know what, Meredith? I'm kind of surprised. We've got half the maze full already for a Wednesday.
I know.
It's not a powder day, but people are just coming up. They're ready to get on first chair. So, hey, the cold weather is not keeping people away, and nor should it. You can always start later if you want, but if you're dressed right and if you're kind of skiing the right terrain to keep you warm and maybe taking some gondola laps, take a hot chocolate break, we'll get some chai tea, you're going to be good to go.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? That sun is going to be out. So no matter what, it's going to feel warmer than when it's blowing snow on your face. So even though we see those cold temperatures, just dress appropriately and get in some of those vertical feet because it's going to be an awesome couple days looking forward. Honestly, the next 5 days, if you like blue skies and groomers, get to the mountain because it is your kind of weather.
Oh, I know. And you know what? I'd love to wash my car, but it's so cold, my doors will probably freeze.
I know. I was going to
I'm like,
mention it's a good time to get the car washed because we don't have snow in the next 5 days, but my hood has been frozen for 48 hours. Like, I can't wash my car until that thaws out. So it's going to be a maybe for my car wash.
mountain town problems, right? Mountain town
What
problems.
a hard life we live.
Yeah, totally. But just some more things that are going on. Musically, we've got so many fun things happening this afternoon. Whether you want to go down to Bridge Street, listen to some opera ski music. Who I've heard has been hanging around King's Club Lounge? Harvey, who's in his 90s, and he is a resident. He's like Eloise, like he lives there, and he lives at the Sunno, and he comes down and he'll sing with Kevin Danzig, he'll sing with John Donne. So it's the most it's the great piano bar, and then they'll get out the guitars and of course Helmut plays there with his Alpenhorn. Well, not his Alpenhorn, he doesn't bring that inside much, but he plays the accordion there. So that's another cool place to go. It's kind of a stealthy little place that you don't think about, but they've kind of got a fun little scene, and they are usually playing from 7 to 10. So if you've already hit Opry, you still want live music, and you need that kind of dinner time window, you can get some dinner there too. I like the pretzel and maybe a cheese board, that kind of thing. They're going to have that available for you 7 to 10.
Yes, and then the Red Lion always has music most days after for opera, and then the Shakedown Bar, which is just around the corner, kind of by the fountain. That's another great place to check out live music from the opera into the late hours. They do a lot of live shows.
Yeah, you know what? And so you could do opera. You could go see some of the music. I know Arabelle, the tavern, they'll sometimes do that music between 7 to 10. And then go to Shakedown Bar or Bridge Street Bar and listen to their performers that play till like 2. And Meredith, have you ever heard of First Chair, Last Call?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
That's really going bell to bell.
Oh,
First
definitely.
Chair, last call.
And tonight, actually, at Bridge Street, it is Latin night. So they bring in a DJ and they play all of the best Latin music, reggaeton. It is always pumping there. So that goes late night to 2 a.m., and that's always a really good time.
Hey,
but
they
look,
already loaded people up.
They cleared
the
it.
line's already gone.
Yeah,
They're
it moves
up.
fast over at the gondola.
Yeah,
I see some people
no
waving. The hype is big.
And I can see the sun. You can see the sun hitting the slopes right now. Oh, it's going to be a gorgeous day out there, everybody. Today, not even the sunglasses. Don't wear the sunglasses. Wear the goggles, because you know how your eyes tear, when they get a lot of wind and really cold. It's still a goggle day, folks. You save those sunglasses for a warmer day. It's not today. You're going to want the dark lens goggles.
Awesome. Well, we had such a great show to kick off February. We're here every morning, 7:30 to 8:30 live, so you can chat in. We love hearing from you guys, but you can also watch it on demand. Thanks for chatting in this morning. We'll be back tomorrow. And hey, thanks for braving the cold weather. I know it's a pretty chilly morning to start, so great to do the show with you, Trisha. We'll see you here back tomorrow. We'll switch places, and we'll give you more information on all things Vail.